The air in the village was alive with excitement. It was wedding season, and few events carried as much anticipation and joy. Families bustled through narrow streets, laughter spilled from courtyards, and lanterns glowed softly in the twilight. A wedding was not merely the joining of two people. It was a celebration of covenant, of love, of community. But on this night, all eyes were fixed on one grand moment: the bridegroom's arrival. Tradition held that he would come at an unexpected hour, and those chosen to accompany him into the feast had to be ready. It was a test of loyalty, watchfulness, and honor. 10 virgins, young women of the village, were invited to this honor. Their task was simple yet sacred: wait with lamps burning, and when the bridegroom came, light his way to the feast. 5 of the maidens were wise. Each had brought an extra flask of oil tucked safely in their cloaks. They had learned from the elders, the night can stretch longer than you expect. Better to carry more than to run out. The other 5 were foolish. They had lamps but no extra oil. Why carry the burden? They thought, surely the bridegroom won't delay. Why trouble ourselves with unnecessary weight? And so they waited together as the evening cooled into night. But hours passed. The laughter quieted. The stories ran dry. The maidens leaned against walls and each other, their eyes heavy with sleep. The bridegroom tarried. No one knew why. Soon the lamps burned low, their wicks short, their light dimming. The foolish ones glanced nervously at the fading flame. Surely he will come soon, they told themselves. The wise checked their flasks. The oil was there, waiting. They rested in peace. And as midnight cloaked the village, all 10 maidens surrendered to slumber. Then it came, sudden, sharp, electrifying. A shout rang through the darkness. "Behold! The bridegroom comes, go out to meet him." The maidens jumped to their feet. Their drowsiness fled as adrenaline surged. They trimmed their lamps, cutting the charred ends of the wicks. But 5 of them, the foolish, watched in horror as their lamps sputtered out. The little oil they had was gone. Their hands trembled, their hearts pounded. "Give us some of your oil," they cried to the wise. "Our lamps are going out." The wise maidens shook their heads, sorrow in their eyes. "If we give to you, there will not be enough for us all. Go quickly to the merchants, buy for yourselves." And with that, the 5 foolish dashed into the night, their footsteps echoing desperately through the empty streets. At that very moment, the bridegroom arrived. His procession was bright with music, laughter, and torches. He came in splendor, surrounded by companions, his voice carrying authority and joy. The 5 wise maidens, their lamps burning steady with fresh oil, rose to meet him. Their lights danced against the night sky, guiding him toward the feast. Together they entered the banquet hall. The doors closed behind them with a heavy thud. Inside, the celebration burst forth, music, feasting, and joy that filled every corner.